All right, so here is exactly how you can start getting $3,000 per month AI agency clients without spending a penny. Right now, here's the thing: if you don't want to spend any money up front, you're gonna have to spend a different thing, which is time, effort, and a lot of pain. But it's gonna be worth it for you to get that momentum so you can actually scale. And that's exactly how we started our own company. So I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do to close high ticket clients right now without spending a penny. I'm gonna show you in Miro right now on the screen, right? So we're here in Miro. So basically, what you need to do is something called cold calling, right? Now, everyone hates cold calling, right? It sucks. Basically, cold calling is just picking up the phone and calling people, local businesses who need your services, right? And the thing is, though, cold calling really isn't that bad. It's not as bad as you think. If you have the right script, the right systems, people are going to be a lot nicer to you than you expect, right? But here's exactly what you need to do. So you need to start cold calling people. You need to start going through pain, going through objections, and going through rejection, right? Once you get to a certain point, let's say you cold call, you can get your first 5 clients, 5 to 10 clients, straight from picking up the phone and dialing people. Once that's the case, after that, you can start spending money into cold email, cold systems, and ads, things like that, right? So let me show you exactly what our cold calling script is. Let me break it down for you so you guys can just use it right now. And if you guys want access to this exact cold calling script, please click the link below, hop on the call with me and my team, and we'll show you exactly how we use cold calling, cold SMS, and ads to scale our own AI agency past 10K per month. But let me show you in the actual system what we use to cold call. Awesome. So this is our cold calling script. Now let me walk through the core mindset ideas that you need to have when you start cold calling. Right now, before you even start, if you don't have these core mindset ideas, you're gonna fail. So number one is you have to make sure you're friendly and happy on the call, right? If you pick up the call in an angry mood, you lose already, right? Alex Ramosi always says that if you can be in a bad mood for a good reason, you can also be in a good mood for no reason as well. So you must make sure that you're friendly, happy on the call, and you share that energy. The next is do not perceive the decision maker as above you in any way. So never call somebody and think that they're better than you because you're reaching out to them, right? Mind you, you're both business owners. They have business owners, or they have businesses and you have businesses, right? So you need to make sure that you understand we're on equal level and no one will feel bad or feel disgusted by you selling them something because they're already in business, so they get it, right? The third thing is how you say what you say is far more important than what you say. Exude confidence, charm, and wit, right? So the thing is, I'm sure you know with comedians, a lot of times if you see a comedian tell a joke, most of it isn't the joke itself, it's the delivery of the joke. And it's the same thing in sales of life, right? You must make sure you have great delivery so you deliver the joke of the systems exactly how it must be, right? Now, control is key. You must be in control. Maintain this control by being the one asking the questions. As soon as you start answering questions, you've lost, right? So you always want to be the one asking questions to move the conversation forward and to direct what they want to say, right? That's the one who's in control here, right? Now, you always also want to show extreme consideration for the other person on the call. Make sure they feel like they're being listened to and cared for, right? If they feel like they aren't being listened to, if they feel like on the other call you're just there to sell them and you don't care about them specifically, then they're gonna hang up on you, right? You have to really have this empathetic tone and feel on the call so people have more inclined to be like, okay, let me give them a shot, right? And if it's a gatekeeper, never pitch them. Always just ask if the owner can be back, right? Never pitch a gatekeeper. So a gatekeeper is someone like a receptionist or someone on the front desk who just picks up the phone, but they're not the decision maker or the owner. You have to get around them, and I'll show you exactly how you can do this. Now, let's actually break down multiple situations on the phone because there's situations where you have the owner's first name and information, and there's situations where you don't, right? Now, if you don't have the owner's situation or information, this is what you should say. You should say, hi, is this name of business, right? Then the receptionist would say yes, or whoever it is. Now, when they pick up, there's only three things that the person picking up the phone could say, right? Either they'll say the owner isn't here, they'll say what is this in regards to, or they'll say this is the owner, and that's the best way to do it. And let's go over every single possible answer below. So scenario one is that the owner is not here. So what you say is, okay, no problem. Do you know when the owner might be available, right? That's all you need to say. You don't need to pitch them because you pitch a gatekeeper, it's literally never worked for me, ever, right? So there you say that. And they'll usually give you a date and a time when the owner will be back. Mark this down in the Google Sheet and follow up. Pretty much that's it, right? Now, the Google Sheet I'll show you here, I made an entire Google Sheet just so you can actually track everything in your cold calling script, right? So this cold calling tracker, it tracks did they pick up, it tracks if they pitched to the owner, it tracks if they have a callback, it tracks if the appointment is booked, and on the back here, it tracks KPIs or key performance indicators. So these indicators basically explain exactly what your numbers are and what you need to improve on, right? So it shows the pickup rate, the connection rate, and the dial rate, right? Now, if you want to go even deeper on this, like I said, click the link below, hop on a call with us, and we'll give you this sheet and we'll show you exactly how to cold call, and we'll work together with our team. But let me go back to the actual cold calling script here. So scenario 2 is, what is this in regards to? So once you say that, you should say it's in regards to getting you guys more customers. Do you know who I could talk to about that, right? Now, normally they'll be like, oh, I don't know, whatever. Maybe you can talk to this, you can talk to marketing, whatever. Or they might just send you direct to the owner, right? If they don't send you to the owner, they don't send you to marketing, it's totally fine. Just call back again another time. Now, if you do have the owner's name, then it's great. Then you say, hi, is this John? They say yes, and they say, hey, John, I'll be totally honest with you. This is a sales call, so please don't hate me. Would you have a quick 30 seconds? If not, it's all good. You see what I did there? Before I even got into my pitch, I said, hey, look, I'll be honest. I'm trying to sell you something. It's all good. Like, I'm trying to be considerate of your time and you as a person because I understand the game. And when people see that, they're like, oh, wow, I've never heard that before. Oh, interesting. You know what? I'll give you a shot, right? Most people are more willing to give you a shot than you think if you come correct, right? That's really what it comes down to. So basically, they're usually going to laugh. You're like, haha, whatever. They'll be like, depends on what you're selling. So then they'll give you a quick 5-10 seconds or whatever that. So then you're like, okay, great. So my name is blank, your name, and your company's been working with blank niche across your general area. And basically what we're offering is blank. And if we don't get you that result, you don't pay us anything. Does that sound like a fair deal? So you just talk about yourself, your offer, the area, things like that. So how we did it was we're like, hey, look, we are a real estate agent AI system because in the beginning we work with real estate agents, and we're a system to get you like 10 listing appointments in the next 90 days, right? That's kind of what we said. If we don't get you that result, you don't pay us anything. Does that sound like a fair deal? Right? Hands up, sound like a fair deal, and that's pretty much it, right? So that's how it worked there. So then they ask, how does that work? So we're like, okay, so we have an AI system, blah blah. You basically explain how it works, and then what I want you to always do is after you had the explanation or after every single sentence on the call, you switch back to linking them to a Zoom call. So you say, hey, this is how it works, things like that. So I can show you exactly how it works in a quick Zoom call. Do you have a quick 20 minutes? Because the goal of the call is to set the meeting. The goal of the call is not to sell anybody. You're really not gonna sell like anything over the phone, bro. You're not gonna sell a $5,000 package directly over the phone in one shot. That's just not gonna happen. You need to set the meeting, right? So there's that. So you say, okay, that sounds good. So we're going to schedule a quick Zoom call. So they'll schedule the call and you'll go into your Go High Level system. You'll go in the back end and set everything up there, right? So this is actually going into booking the actual call on the calendar. So, it's pretty much straightforward. Like I said, if you guys want our one-on-one help, hop on a call with us below. But basically with that, after that, I want to talk about objections and rebuttals. Now, when it comes to cold calls, it is good to handle some objections. However, I'm the mindset of like, you need to just do enough volume, right? If you just do more volume, really cold calling is a grind at its core, right? Because if you're trying to like fight someone on the call 24/7 to get them on a call, they're probably not going to be a great client anyway because they're just going to be so combative. But basically, if you have these issues, here are some ways I can kind of go around these objections. So you can start off with, I'm not interested. You can say, yeah, I understand, but if we could bring you 10 new clients into your business next month completely on autopilot, wouldn't that be something that you want to hear out for 20 minutes? Right. So you have to insert what your guarantee or your offer is. So if we can help you get a new website, if we can help you get this, that, and third, it basically you wouldn't want to give 20 minutes just to check it out. Like that's literally what it is. Because mind you, it's 20 minutes to completely change your business forever. Like, would they not like do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? You have to think of it like what, like, why are you? What's the problem, right? You got to think like they're kind of dumb in a sense, right? So once that happens, you said that. So you could also say, send me an email, right? So it says, yes, of course, I can do you one better. I'll send over an email with all our information and all that email. There'll be option to scheduling a time with us if you're interested. To save your spot, I need to get something on the books. Do you have a quick 20 minutes? Just to put it on the books, right? So so the so really the so really what it comes down to, your goal in the end of this. So really what it comes down to, your goal is to make sure that you don't get off the phone unless they give you a yes or a no, right? You don't want to get off the phone and send email information. That's not what we're doing here. You send an email and they're going to not read it and they're going to forget about it. That's really what it comes down to. Sending an email is just a nice way of saying no. That's really what it is, right? So that's what it is. Now, call me back later. Now, this can be tricky because sometimes people are literally like, hey, I'm busy, call me back later. And if they give you a specific time to call back, then that's more real. But if they just say, hey, call me back later, or whatever, and they just kind of dust you off, it's probably not a real objection, or it's not, it's probably, they're probably lying to you and they probably just won't. They're probably lying to you and they just want to say no. So honestly, you just say, hey, sure, no problem. What time works better for you? Literally, just get a better time. Make sure you get another time. If you don't get a time, and just call them back at that time, right? So some people ask like, how much is it as well? That's a good objection on the call. He said, hey, look, we have different packages ranging from a couple hundred to a couple thousand. It depends on the exact features you want, right? So one rule in sales and business in general, you never want to say the price over the phone before they get on the call with you, because if you tell someone the price, you just show everything and they're just like, oh, I don't want it, and they judge your entire business based off of the price. They don't judge off of the value. So you never ever want to just give them the price, right? So then basically, if they already have a marketing team, that is another tricky one. Now, I would say if they already do have a marketing team, it'll be kind of difficult to kind of get out of that situation. I would say if they already have a marketing team, I wouldn't fight for it. I just go into the next one, because when it comes to cold calling, I'm very, very more about volume. But when they get on the sales call, it's about handling objections. It's really a balance of the two, right? So that's basically the exact cold calling script that we use and the systems that we use to basically fill our calendar. Like I said, if you guys want our help, you can hop on a call with us below. Love to talk to you more, see if we can help you out one to one. But I hope this video gave you guys a lot of value, and I'll see you guys in the next one.